The clock glowed 1:58 a.m. when I heard the crunch of tires over gravel. I was on the couch, wide awake, pretending to watch some late-night talk show rerun while my stomach twisted into knots. Emily had texted hours ago, "Don't wait up. The meeting's running late." Funny, her boss, Mark, had posted an Instagram story an hour earlier. Rooftop bar. Laughter. Drinks. My gut told me she wasn't where she said she was. So I waited. Not to catch her. To confirm the kind of man I'd become for ignoring the truth. When headlights swept across the window, I moved toward the door, silent. Through the curtain gap, I saw her, Emily, stepping out of Mark's black BMW, laughing, her hand brushing his arm like they'd done it before. He leaned closer, whispered something that made her giggle, then rested a hand on her lower back. Too familiar. Too easy. I opened the door before she reached the porch. The sound froze them both. Her smile vanished. Mark straightened like a teenager caught sneaking in. "Well," I said, leaning against the frame. "This must be that meeting you mentioned." Mark stuttered something about driving her home safely, voice cracking mid-lie. Emily tried to speak, but her excuses tangled on her tongue. I could smell the perfume, the alcohol, and the guilt. "You can go now, Mark," I said, locking eyes with him. He hesitated, searching her face for help. She looked away. "Go." He nodded, muttered something, and left, taillights fading into the dark. Emily stepped inside slowly, like someone entering a courtroom. "It's not what it looks like," she whispered. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was the oldest line in existence. "Then tell me what it is." She started rambling about project celebrations, how the whole team was there, but her voice trembled. "You came home in his car at 2 a.m., I said. "Were the others invisible, or did they vanish when he offered to drive you home?" Silence. Heavy, revealing silence. I walked to the kitchen, poured a glass of water, stared at my reflection in the microwave door. "You used to hate staying out late," I said quietly. "Now you dress up for your boss and come home smelling like his cologne." "Ethan, please," she said, stepping closer. "No, Emily," I replied. "You already did this. I'm just trying to understand when it began." Tears welled, but they weren't from regret, just fear. Fear of losing comfort, not love. She reached for my hand. I stepped back. "You think I don't notice how your voice changes when he calls?" I asked. "You think I don't hear that laughter you never use with me?" She shook her head, sobbing. "It's not like that." "Then what's it like?" Because from where I'm standing, it looks exactly like betrayal dressed up as ambition. She collapsed onto the couch, hiding her face. The house felt smaller, tighter, filled with everything we hadn't said. The clock ticked louder, counting down to something ending. "Finally," I said, "you know, I defended you. When people warned me about Mark, I told them they were wrong. That you would never cross that line." Her red eyes met mine. "I didn't. I swear I didn't sleep with him." I nodded slowly. "Maybe not yet. But did it feel good being treated like something shiny and new while I was home cooking dinner and paying bills?" Her sobs turned raw. She said my name like it could undo everything. I walked to the hallway closet and pulled out the suitcase I'd packed earlier, just in case. Her face drained of color. "Ethan, where are you going?" "To find my self-respect," I said, zipping the bag. "You've spent too long chasing attention. I've spent too long pretending not to notice." She tried to block the door, but I moved her aside gently. "I'm not angry," I whispered. "I'm just done waiting for scraps of honesty." Her sobs followed me out into the cold night. Down the street, Mark's BMW sat parked, lights off. Coward. I walked to his window and knocked. He rolled it down halfway, eyes wide. "You waited," I said. "That's cute." He stammered, claiming he was just being a good boss. "A good boss doesn't text a married woman at midnight or drop her home at 2 a.m., I said. "Don't mistake what's broken in her marriage for an invitation. It'll destroy you too." Then I walked away. By the time I hit the highway, dawn was breaking. My phone buzzed again and again. I didn't answer. Between mile markers 42 and 43, I rolled the window down. The cold wind hit my face. It stung, But it felt clean. Maybe she'd realize what she'd lost. Maybe not. But one thing was certain: when her boss dropped her home at 2 a.m., he didn't expect me standing at the door.